Hey everybody, my name is Cameron Witten and I'm the founder and CEO of Brown Hope and co-founder of the Black Resilience Fund. We are so grateful to have you joining us here today for A New Oregon, a virtual celebration of Black and Indigenous communities and benefiting the important work of the Black Resilience Fund and the Chúush Fund. A New Oregon is a call to action. We are finding ways to urge our community and our institutions to show up for Black and Indigenous communities in new and impactful ways. Today is a day for us to raise awareness of the serious challenges and inequities that Black and Indigenous communities face in Oregon. It's also a day to pay tribute to the incredible culture and resilience of Black and Indigenous communities. I'm so excited to see the number of performers that we have here tonight, and I'm also grateful for our allies who are sharing calls of action, encouraging us to continue to support generously the works of the Black Resilience Fund and the Chúush Fund. So please join us for this next hour. This could be so worth your time. The Black Resilience Fund was created in the wake of George Floyd's murder. And since June of 2020, has raised funds, goods, and services to provide immediate tangible relief to Black Portlanders who faced the dual storms of a global pandemic and systemic racism. We have, during a time of suffering and isolation and uncertainty, been able to foster healing and resilience by building bridges with thousands of Oregonians of all backgrounds to take action and finally help realize the just and prosperous Oregon we all deserve. The tagline we use at Black Resilience Fund is "We do heal." And that's a message for Oregon and America, that despite our past and despite the challenges of our present, we can envision the Oregon that we all deserve, the healing we all deserve. And that's what we will continue to do. We'll continue to invite our neighbors, our community members, our partners to help us bring healing to the work.
Hi everyone, good evening. My name is Siadam Edmo. I'm Shoshone Bannock Nez Person Yakima. I'm a light-skinned American Indian Alaska Native person with long brown hair. So this event is calling for a new future that is radically different than our pre-COVID past. For me, that vision includes the awakening in every person that the jobs that we do, whether we work in nonprofit, for-profit, government, state government, local government, that all of us do our work in ways that either respect and uphold tribal sovereignty or in ways that work to ignore and undermine it. I believe we didn't get here by accident, that the social, political, and economic systems that we have worked perfectly in sync to get the results that we are getting today, which includes Oregon's largest reservation not having access to clean water. That's what got us here. And I'm so excited to be with you this evening and tell you a little bit more about the Chúush Fund. My family is originally from a village called Celilo, and just due south of us, a little over an hour, is the Confederated Tribes of Warm Springs. On May 31st, 2019, the Tribal Council at the Confederated Tribes of Warm Springs declared a disaster following a mainline break at Shittite Creek. Today, nearly a year and a half later, filled with boil water notices and rolling water outages, there is still no relief in sight. And that's why we at MRG Foundation have partnered with the tribe through an official memorandum of understanding to establish the Chúush Fund. Over the last year and a half, we have been able to raise and disperse over $650,000 to the Confederated Tribes of Warm Springs to aid and to help their folks keep and maintain safety in health and everyday life. You need water to fight a pandemic. You need water to fight fires, and water is something that they don't have access to. We'd love your support tonight for both the Black Resilience Fund and the Chúush Fund. And we're so incredibly honored and thankful to be here tonight to provide for Oregonians and folks across the nation the opportunity to support Black and Indigenous solidarity and Black and Indigenous resilience. Thank you.
Hi there, everyone. My name is Colin. I use he, his pronouns, and I'm part of the teams here at Brown Hope and MRG Foundation that hold the Black Resilience Fund and the Chúush Fund. This evening, I am joining you all in the comfort of my bedroom in the household that I share with my lovely family here in Westland, Oregon. And for those of you who are visually impaired and enjoying our concert for this evening, I am wearing a gray button-down dress shirt along with a matching ascot hat that is in the same color gray. For the next segment of the program, it is a land acknowledgement that will be given by the Black Employee Network and others within Comcast, who is our presenting sponsor for tonight's event. For those of you who are unfamiliar with land acknowledgements, in countries such as Canada, Australia, and New Zealand, it is commonplace and even policy that the opening of large gatherings and events like the one that we're experiencing this evening, that they are to be open by a land acknowledgement. Now, acknowledgements is a very simple yet very powerful way of showing respect and making steps to correcting the stories and practices that have erased Indigenous peoples' history and cultures. Because for over the past 500 years, Native communities across the Americas have demonstrated resilience and resistance in the face of violent efforts that have separated them from their land, separated them from their cultures, and separated them from each other. Yet, to this day, those communities remain at the forefront of movements that include protecting the natural resources that keeps our lives sustained. So it is my pleasure to welcome Comcast, who will be giving tonight's land acknowledgement, and I hope that you all have learned something and will enjoy the rest of the program.
Thank you, Cameron, for the introduction. And thank you to all attendees for joining and supporting this very special event. So important to Comcast to be a part of this. Our local commitment to help create a more equitable, just, and inclusive society is demonstrated through a number of channels, both internally through our Black Employees Network resource group and externally through programs like Comcast Rise, where we're supporting Black-owned small businesses, or this very concert. We're proud to have the opportunity to help amplify the voices of hope that will come together and hopefully inspire us as a community to take those steps forward in action to address systemic racism and inequality. In partnership with the Black Resilience Fund and Chúush Fund, we would like to honor and acknowledge Oregon's 9 federally recognized tribes who've stewarded these lands since time immemorial. The Klamath Tribe of Southern Oregon Plateau, the Burns Paiute of the High Desert East, the Coquel of Southern Oregon Coast, the Confederated Tribes of Grand Ronde in the Northern Coast Range, the Cow Creek Band of Umpqua in Southern Oregon Foothills, the Confederated Tribes of Umatilla in the Blue Mountains, the Confederated Tribes of Chulettes in Oregon's northern rainforest, and the Confederated Tribes of Coos, Lower Umpqua, and Siuslaw on the wind-blown southern coast, and the Confederated Tribes of Warm Springs on the sunny eastern slopes of the Oregon Cascades. We would like to recognize all other Indigenous communities who have not yet been federally recognized. We fully support our Black and Indigenous communities and hope to make Oregon a more inclusive state. Thank you again, and please enjoy the rest of the program.
My name's Jan Schwicht, Louis E. Pitt Jr. Times of COVID, this is how we have to be. Boo, here I am. I'd like to tell you a story that I heard from my dad, a Wasco coyote story. Yeah, the real deal. Here we are in Warm Springs. You can see our iconic hill right up there, and that identifies us. Here I am on the reservation. A long, long time ago, back when the animals could talk, is one time Coyote was down on the big river. He got through discussing with the Huckleberry sisters, Huckleberry sister and Coyote business, that's another story, is that he heard this noise up and over outside of the big river canyon, and so he made himself really big as Coyote can do, spilly eye, we call him in Warm Springs. And he looked over the side and uh-oh, what is going on? So he saw a whole line of dogs. And what's going on? So he thought about it, and then he started just thinking about it and getting madder and madder. By golly, what's going on? So he looked again, and he looked over there, looked over the top, and he saw, yes, there they are. They're going to the meeting place in the woods. And hey, they didn't invite me, Spilly Eye, the great and wonderful Coyote, with my big, wonderful, fluffy tail. And so Coyote was, you know how the dogs do with their feet, and he was all mad about it, just ready to take names and see what's going on. So Coyote saw the big line of dogs, and so he followed them, snuck into where the meeting place was, out there in the woods, someplace way out there in the woods. I don't know where it is, but anyway, so he saw them. Finally, the last dog went in, and when the dogs would meet in those days, you know, it looks like men do with their hats. They take their hats off, and they hang it up here. Well, the dogs would have to take off their tails, because, you know, you can't sit down with a tail on. So the big dog would put his tail up where the big dog goes, the medium-sized dog where the medium-sized dog, and the little dogs take their tails off and put them down there where the little-tailed, where the little dogs go. And then they'd sit down and yap, 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 doing their dog business. And so Coyote was there looking over into the meeting from the bushes, and just now, what can I do? Because they didn't invite the great and wonderful Coyote Spilly Eye with a fluffy tail. Oh, look at that tail. And I know what I can do now. So Coyote went over there where they hung all of their tails up on that rack on the way in, and he looked around, and he changed all the tails around. Big dog down where the medium dog, the other big dog down where the little dog is. And then he just snickered and said, I know what to do. Fire, 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 he hollered. And all the dogs started running around, and the big dog went and grabbed what he thought was his tail, put it on. Medium dog thought it was his tail. He put that on. Little dog too. That's why, to this day, when dogs run up and, you know, with each other, smell around, they're looking for their tail. I bet you didn't know that. So that's a story that my dad told me when I was about, told me at about 10 years old, and then probably refreshed my memory a few times. And so anyway, thank you to the Chúush Fund, and thank you to Mackenzie Gathering, and we're in dire straits here, and when we it's a wise person, wise entity that when you need help, you ask your friends. And so thank you for your efforts to help us out. And I hope you understand now kind of one of the mysteries of life about dogs. So this is Jan Schwick, Louis Pitts, and thank you for the time to help. This is not entertainment. This is just linking the continuum of Indianness in my family. And it's very serious things and, different way to look at the world. So thank you.
Hi, this is Renee Mitchell, and this is my poem, Harmonizing with Joy. Waving, beckoning, signaling to you at the threshold of chaos is a new possibility, a glimmer of hope, a clarion call. Have you not been listening? COVID's normalcy has stolen your serenity. It has pointed you toward an uncertain picture of the future, where you are lost in the details, riveted by the fatalistic view of death, destruction, societal decline. Everything you don't want to hear, you listen to, over and over, over and over, over and even more, expecting, wishing, demanding life's soundtrack to change into something a little less hopeless. You must have forgotten. You have the power. You have the power. You are powerful enough to adjust your dial. Tune into the music within you, a spiritual melody that resonates with the vibration of your thoughts and the frequencies of the philosophical notes you mentally give rhythm to. Each instance offers an invitation to search for gratitude in the crevices of your existence. Bless the endorphins escaping through your laughter. Take another look, won't you? There are trees that could use a hug, a binge-worthy book on a dusty shelf, a bathtub worth soaking in, pleasurable scents of fresh-cut flowers, a nature trail that beckons your discovery. In these moments, when opportunity has dropped a grimy coin at your feet, stop for a minute. Pick it up and study its lines. Turn it over. Recognize there is equal worth on both sides. A duality you cannot escape from, and yet we assign meaning on the value of the view. We choose to focus on. This is bad, that is good, when both sides inform what we deem most significant. Both sides assess how we live our lives. So make a decision to step back from the chaos. It will be there when you return. And in the meantime, reclaim your audacity to hope. You are still alive. And with each breath exhaled is an inhale coming in, a lungful of another occasion to nurture optimism, to find a deeper, more productive meaning ascending from your journey. Call it what you want. Trauma has knighted each of us and named us creator. Daring the timid to embrace, face in the darkness, taste the pure joy with your fingertips. Dare your new eyes to see, feel, wonder, taste, harmonize differently. Rumble around in the discomfort until you find wisdom there, and then rise up and listen to the wind, calling to you, begging almost. That broken heart that I handed you, it whispers, go forth, my love. Go forth and take the fragments of your deepest pain, still sharp and untamed, and go. Go and create your beautiful art. For hidden in the creation process is what you have been searching for all along. A heartfelt joy that synchronizes in congruence with a grateful and grounded soul. Thank you for listening.
I'm Senator Jeff Merkley. Fighting systemic racism begins here at home. We know that members of our BIPOC community have faced systemic racism in education, in healthcare, in housing, and in the provision of clean water. And all of the challenges of systemic racism just get worse with COVID-19. That's why this is a moment for all of us to step up and assist. Thank you all for attending this virtual concert in support of the Black Resilience Fund and the Chúush Fund, two efforts that are doing a lot to help address systemic racism here in our communities. When we lift each other up, we all win. We're all in this together.
Twagwalapu, Uskodida Chud, Twagwalapu Chalup, Kalina Lawrence Seedsta, Soklobs Chud, Tol Al Chadu Suklub. To all of you, I am grateful to each and every one of you. My name is Kalina Lawrence. I use she, her pronouns. I am Suquamish. I come from the place of the clear salt water. I have dark brown curly hair just past my shoulders, with some big ol' abalone shell earrings on. I am sitting in my living room in Yalamu, colonially known as San Francisco, California, with a Michelle Loudon wool blanket by 8th generation hanging on the wall behind me. I've been very blessed to visit Warm Springs, Siletz, Grand Ronde. I hold many of the folks from these communities in my heart today and every day. And I thank all of you for your hospitality. I especially want to say thank you to Siadam for the invitation to share some music for this important and beautiful effort. I come from the Southern Fulshusid speaking peoples. This is my first hip-hop Salish fusion, and I really want to dedicate it to our Black and Afro-Indigenous loved ones as we walk beside one another on this journey to liberation. This song is called Ashalit Tid Fulshusid, one translation being Lashutid is alive. T'eli Buff Chud. I will sing now. You can do the call and response during the chorus with me if you would like to. It goes like this. Us Chalub, us wallah chas, us Chalub, us wallah chas, us Chalub, us wallah chas, us wallah chas, Liu wallah chas, us Chalub, us wallah chas, us Chalub, us wallah chas, us Chalub, us wallah chas, us wallah chas, Liu wallah chas, Hod yafti quo, yafti swatu ftad. Stop chas, jadar chas. Pud hadab ok achtast asab, pud asab pud olel. Pud hadab ok achtast asab, pud asab pud olel. Toshuti rasali, toshuti rasali, asaliti toshuti rasali. Y'all ready? Us Chalub, us wallah chas, us Chalub, us wallah chas, us Chalub, us wallah chas, us wallah chas, Liu wallah chas, Kwafwalek abalek. Ob, slachilch tidu suklub, tol al chadu suklub, hat tislachel, us halit chad, hat tislachel, bakwtid siya, hat tislachel, at si stel buchas, guadzada tvo shootit, us halit, tit for shootit, us halit, us chalup. Us wallah chas, us chalup, us wallah chas, us chalup, us wallah chas, us wallah chas, Liu wallah chas. We are strong, we are strong, we will be strong. Us boot lachi be to boo said chud. I am raising my hands to all of you folks. Hoyaf chud, I am finished.
Yeah. It's Fountain, yeah. Word. No better. Grinding on the clock cause I don't know nothing better. My homies on the block and they don't know nothing better. And she gon' be a doctor, she don't know nothing better. But talking about my bread, I don't know nothing better. If you don't know nothing better, then you don't know nothing better. Got gold up on my wrist, but I don't know nothing better. I'm grinding on the clock cause I don't know nothing better. My homies on the block and they don't know nothing better. All my life I've been fighting for that freedom that was sold. I for red, white, and blue, for that green and the gold. Even grown, I'm wondering when my real life begins. First in school, then a job, then my housing getting robbed. Screw a stimulus check because the pandemic that hurt my demeanor. Set to started chasing baguettes. Dope man, I get it all around town. Dope man, hope the police ain't shake the brother down. I ain't never been a trick snitch, sold a rock or brick, but I flipped a couple zips to help my mama pay the rent. I got siblings, I got friends that never stood up on their feet. Out the mud up in the streets, heavy hands up on that heat. Dead or alive, mama praying daily we survive. Glock 4-5, warm my brother up like cold drives. Bitch, bees around my neighborhood, how could I forget? How gang bang, brother, I was born into the set. Went to school on the other side, homies tried to check, but I never lost a fight, nor the gold around my neck. People perpetrating, capping on the net as a threat. You ain't made, man, running from a fade, no respect. Skinny brother from the hood turned to a trendsetter. Grew up in the wood, I don't know, no better. I'm a G7 letter with more guns than Armageddon. Pull a dot at the show, it ain't hard to forget her, cause I'm grinding on the clock cause I don't know nothing better. My homies on the block and they don't know nothing better. And she gon' be a doctor, she don't know nothing better. And talk about my bread, I don't know nothing better. If you don't know nothing better, then you don't know nothing better. Got gold up on my wrist cause I don't know nothing better. I'm grinding on the clock cause I don't know nothing better. My homies on the block cause they don't know nothing better. Yeah.
Thank you all for the opportunity to support this incredibly important event. I can sum up my message in a sentence. Everybody ought to have access to clean and safe water and a fair shot at financial stability. But too often, it's Black, Indigenous, and people of color community members that are lacking that basic access. Both the Chúush Fund and the Black Resilience Fund are working to increase that access by tackling historic inequities. By supporting these groups, you're showing up for BIPOC communities with a genuine commitment to dismantle barriers that are holding our people back. Thanks to the volunteers who put this event together, and thanks to the artists who have made great contributions in order to have our community make the changes that are needed. I'm standing with all of you today and every day in the days ahead.
Justice don't work like it need to. Law ain't trying to serve the people. We're only halfway out of hell. Too much talking going on. Who's gonna lead the run? Time to break free. Time to break free. Another life gone, standing down. Can't you see what's going on? Another life gone, man down. Struck by the heat of a gun. On the run, on the run, on the run, on the run. We're on the run, on the run, on the run. Yeah. It don't work, it don't work like it need to. No, no, no. I'm not your enemy. Why you always look at me and think so? Saying we're free, but it don't feel so simple. Who's right or who's wrong? The argument goes on. Who's right or who's wrong? The argument goes on. Oh, another life gone. Man down, struck by the heat of a gun. Another life gone. Man down, struck by the heat of a gun. We're on the run, on the run, on the run, on the run. We're on the run, on the run, on the run. Oh, another life gone. Stand down. Can't you see what's going on? Another life gone. Stand down. Think before you unload your gun. Another life gone. Man down. This is somebody's son. Another life gone. Man down. Struck by the heat of a gun. Justice don't work like it need to. Law ain't trying to serve the people. No, we're only halfway out of hell. There's too much talking going on. I'm asking who's gonna lead the run. Time to break free. Time to break free.
I am that. Eddie Curtis can't keep me frozen. No, in fact, I am fluidity on the track. I give you that kickback feeling as I'm drilling deep down into the spirit of America. Smells like fracking when I'm rapping, cause my flow is on fire, 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 fire. Through the battle smoke, I invoke traditions of old. Go into those places where legends unfold. Merciless Indian savages with a vengeance. Born with a life sentence of being a renegade, menace to the imperial ruling class. Killers of the earth be scared. You do not get one word. Kill your masters. Frontliners advance. I'm the thing. All you hear are war chants. All you see is the war dance. I'm the thing. You are in the end game now. This is your last chance. As I emerge from the forest on the shoulders of an ant, hair blowing in the wind and looking like I've been living in the gym. Water protectors and land defenders, lace up your boots and rally the troops. You know it's fucking on by the tone of the song. We're here to change the dish up. In the spirit of rage, we will crush the creators of the cage. Target practice, bullseye, direct hit, don't miss. Touch the mic and see how close you might get. That's the sound of the police. Guarantee you it'll be your very last time. I'm breathing. Now envision the rhythm of strict non-venom, sending out battle cries for our missing and murdered indigenous women. It's like the struggle is never ending, the trauma is too damn real. All you colonial minds should feel lucky that I haven't gone Bucky Barnes yet. Bet I won't forget, winter is coming and I'm a soldier on Kunu, walks through the battle smoke. Kill your masters, frontliners advance. I think. All you hear are war chants. Eons ago. All you see is the war dance. I think. You are in the end game now. This is your last chance. Eons ago.
Hello, my name is Tana Sanchez. I'm Shoshone, Bannock, Ute, and Carrizo. I am the state representative for House District 43 in North and Northeast Portland, and I'm only the second Native American to ever serve in the Oregon legislature. That says something. It says something about who we are as a state. It says something about how communities of color show up in places of power. It also says something about where we are as a society, where communities of color are still struggling with equity, still struggling with the basics, like running water, like jobs, like respect, like common decency. We're still struggling to access those things. Over and over again, we have worked to try to make these things different, to change and shift things, and we're getting someplace, but it's not easy. Things like the Chúush Fund and the Black Resilience Fund are so very, very important to this process, to make sure that we can bring resources where we need them, to move things in the right direction, and to create that equity that we need for our communities of color. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your support and everything that you do every day to change the world we're living in right now.
My name is Red Ray Frazier, and it's a pleasure to be performing for you in support of the Black Resilience Fund and the Chúush Fund. I released a new single just a short while ago. It's called Better Man. I'm going to perform that for you right now. Here it goes. It's getting colder. Oh, the winds are starting to change. Yeah. Have no fear. Oh, there's nothing to be afraid of. We've been on this journey for a while. There's no need to change direction. No. Just like when this was brand new, you were chasing after me. Yeah, I was chasing after you, but only to you would I surrender, baby. I would go anywhere with you. I would do anything you want me to. Just wanna be your better man, baby. I would go anywhere with you. I would do anything you want me to. Just wanna be your better man. learned the hard way. Oh, nothing ever comes easy. No, no, no. Giving up is an easy thing to do. Yeah, that's right. But it's very clear now. Oh, I know you deserve better. Yeah. I'm now waiting for no sign. I can be better. Yeah. I'm gonna be better. And I won't surrender, baby. I would go anywhere with you. I would do anything you wanted me to. Just wanna be your better man, baby. I would go anywhere with you. I would do anything you wanted me to. Just wanna be your better man. I would do anything, yeah. That's right. I would do anything, yeah. Check it. Baby, I would go anywhere with you. I would do anything you wanted me to. Just wanna be your better man, baby. I would go anywhere with you. I would do anything you wanted me to. I just wanna be your better man. I'm yours. I'm yours. And I won't hold back, no. I won't hold back, no. I'm yours. I'm yours. And I won't hold back, no. I won't hold back. Hey. Just wanna be your better man. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure. Hope to see you again soon. Peace and blessings.
All right, we're about to make a beat. So, here we go. Forgot to press record. Let's do it again. Here we go. So we got to keep going. Be B-I-G, and you know I'm straight flowing off the top of the dome like you never heard before. It's me walking out the door, peeling out in the brand new car. Better yet, it's rest out, you know we go far. Shout out, Indian cars go far. It's B-I-G, I'm the #1 star. Yeah.
Hi everyone, my name is Amanda Squimpanyazi and I am from the Confederated Tribes of Warm Springs. I'm also a Wasco Yakima Navajo. I just really want to say thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for showing up for the Black and Indigenous communities across Oregon. The Chúush Fund is money that goes directly to the Confederated Tribes of Warm Springs, the tribe that raised me, my community, my people, my home, my family and friends, my nieces and nephews. Every single one of them say thank you so much. It's because of donations like yours that will make it possible for us to stop surviving and start thriving.
It's a beautiful, beautiful thing to be with someone unconditional, always knowing that they'll never leave you. What nobody ever says is that we stand in our own way, resisting the urge to feel, relenting to our own fears, hardly showing up to play that game. You should put down your gloves
From clean and safe running water to being treated with opportunity, decency, and respect, we all deserve to live in communities that affirm and protect our basic human rights. The Chúush Fund and Black Resilience Fund are in active solidarity with Black and Indigenous communities across Oregon. These funds were created directly by communities who have long faced systemic injustices that have only been exacerbated by COVID-19. Their ongoing efforts have provided relief to thousands of Black and Indigenous people in Oregon. By supporting the Chúush Fund and Black Resilience Fund, you are showing up for Black and Indigenous communities with a real commitment to dismantle barriers that have existed for generations. Together, we can build a future where water, resilience, and community is accessible to all.
I'm Mike Crenshaw.
Quincy Davis, aka Neo Vecchi.
And I'm Tony Phil.
This is a live performance of Through the Dawn by Rebel Wise.
No need for police, no bosses and no chiefs, no World War III, just more world peace. Good people free to think and do as we please. The trees are green and the breeze from the sea is clean. Technology advances with the spiritual direction. We please our ancestors and receive protection. My family's content and my kids are confident. Problems aren't prominent, things are looking promising. I'll be working on vacay, I'll be grinding every day. I'm away in the A-frame, I'll be finding my A-game. You can't find me no place, cause I'll be flying away. When I'm riding my apes hang, that just brightens my day. Atlantic, Pacific, Indian Ocean. The planet is dripping, my soul is in motion. Overseas floating, that poetry is potent. Thoughts are focused globally, my lane is open.
We will rise, we will rise, we will ride until the end. We will find all we need is all within. As we rise, rise and hold on through the dawn. We will find our way home.
It's 2020 and my vision is focused. Come a long way from saying picture me rolling to picture me holding my grandchild, protecting, providing for. I'ma sincerely sacrifice for those I'm riding for. Now to the future, I'ma send these prayers up, cause they timeless, great mystery. We learning to trust in the guidance and remember elder wisdom to listen in the silence on this sacred path. Facing your fear is the only promise. Living in times of transition and living in times of change. Given that Mother Earth's hurting, there's really no time to waste. Giving responsibility, giving our children's lives at stake. Never resigned to fate, giving this mission to find a way. Around the world, we play our part to make a difference. All connected with intention, with opportunity we give it. Though we born into the system based on illusion and division, this direction that we choosing is manifested from the vision. Yeah, I pledge allegiance to my family and send these prayers from the heart. I pledge allegiance to the phoenix. Let these prayers be the spark as we rise. One chapter ends, one begins.
We will find our way home.
Yeah, all we need is within.
We will rise, we will rise, we will ride until the end. We will find all we need is all within. As we rise, rise and hold on through the dawn. We will find our way home. We will rise, we will rise, we will ride until the end. We will find all we need is all within. As we rise, rise and hold on through the dawn. We will find our way home. We will find our way
home.
We will find our way home. We will find our way home. As we rise, rise and hold
Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Gregory Mckelvey and I proudly serve as the board president for Brown Hope. I want to sincerely thank you for joining A New Oregon. It is my privilege to introduce Onisha Cochran Dumas. Onisha, whose pronouns are she and her, is an addict who spent 15 years in prison. Since her release, she's obtained an Associate of Applied Science and Bachelor of Social Work. She helped launch the first queer resource center at Portland Community College Cascade. She became the first certified recovery mentor at Oregon Health and Sciences University and served as a peer trainer for the Mental Health Addiction and Certification Board of Oregon and manager for the Diane Wade House, an empowerment program for Afrocentric women. She is currently a consultant for the Northwest Portland Indian Health Board. Let's show some love for Onisha.
I grew up in the projects of Kansas City, Missouri. My mom was full-blood Native American. There wasn't a lot of natives in my neighborhood, but she was very strong and proud, very cultural. Problem is she took off when I was 6 years old, and my mother was a drug addict, just like my father was, and they both died from the disease of addiction, both of them. I was raised by my dad's family, and then at the age of 23, after my mother took off from Missouri, she went on her travels and her journey, and she contacted me from Portland, Oregon, and I was 23 years old, and she said she wanted to meet me, and she was at this place where she could comfortably invite me in her life, and we started a relationship. But by that time, I was on drugs. I went to prison, so our whole relationship was built with her visiting me in prison every week, every month, until she passed away. When she passed away, she died from cirrhosis of the liver. But that's how I learned about my culture of being Native American. She encouraged me strongly to go to Sweat Lodge in prison. She encouraged me strongly to smudge every day. Now, these are things I wasn't taught as a kid, because remember, she took off. And so my first encounter with being enmeshed in Native culture was being around a lot of strong, beautiful Native women in prison culture, and we had our own private area to do Native American cultural traditions. We got the opportunity to practice those in prison, and it was very authentic. It was us out there alone, and we had volunteer Native chaplains coming in. And I wasn't received well, because clearly I looked different. I was half black, and a lot of people, being in prison and being able to go sweat and being able to burn fire and do things that the other inmates in prison couldn't do. It was a privilege. And the Native American women who were in prison with me took that very seriously, and they were very overprotective about it. So they wanted to know who I was, and they were like, "What tribe are you from? You know, who are your people? You know, what are your people's names?" And I would cry, and I would feel that I didn't belong. And I said, "I'm not going out there anymore." And I said it real strongly and, real negatively. And my mother come to visit me, and she says, "Are you going to Sweat?" And I'm like, "I'm not going out there anymore. They don't want me there. They don't accept me." And I said, "They want to know what tribe I'm from. You never taught me that. I don't know what to say." And she said, "You're going to go. And next time they ask you, you tell them you're from the Slapaho tribe. And if they say anything to you, you slap the shit out of them, and you have every right to be there." And then it kind of went back and forth like that for a while. And then over time, I went back out there. I got up the courage to go again. They said, "Well, what tribe are you from if you're really supposed to be out here?" And I said, "My mom told me to tell you I'm from the Slapaho tribe." And then they all laughed, and they gave me a big hug. And then they asked me, "Well, where was your mom born?" I told them my mom left me and everything. And then I got to tell them, I'm from Pine Ridge, South Dakota. My family is Lakota. I am Lakota and black. And I'm an Oglala Sioux Indian woman. And I got to say it with pride, and I learned to say it. I learned about my culture from prison, and I learned about my culture from my mom. And that's how I got to embrace who I am. And over time, it became natural. And the more I learned, the more I realized how much I was messing up myself, And that's how I came to be. Like, I'm black and Native, and I'm proud. It took some time. It to get there though. As an Afro-Indigenous, as a half Black, half Native woman, this event means to me so much power, so much love. It means that I matter, that I am seen. I don't have to choose Black, I don't have to choose Native. I am accepted for who I am, Onisha, a proud, beautiful Native mother. My father, 6'3", beautiful Black man. That's all of me. That's what you see right here. I don't have to erase or not represent either side. I'm embraced and accepted for who I am. When these two communities come together, I see pure power, so much spirituality, so much wisdom. I feel like it's time. I feel grateful. I'm happy. I'm at peace. This is where I'm supposed to be, and I'm glad, I'm honored that I was able to speak a little bit about what this project is. This project is so much more for me. I think it's super important that we donate right now, that we show our community that we stand with them, how important it is to give whatever we can to our sisters and brothers who we know are suffering in ways that we may never comprehend. And whatever we think is an amount we give that we can afford to give, that amount may be life-changing and life-saving for another individual. It's what's gonna be able to keep us humane, what's gonna help us as a society be able to love and support each other, even strangers we never know. You may walk by somebody, you give money right now to help that person, you keep that person from feeling like giving up. You keep that person from feeling like walking out of their own lives. Because whoever's watching this, someone else could be watching this and saying they can't try anymore. They don't know what else to do. Your money that you donate right now could make a great difference to a mother, to a father, to a child who is in need, who is suffering. And if you can do that, I say do that. It can make the biggest difference in somebody else's life. I believe our ancestors are smiling down on us. I believe that we're not where we need to be, but we're moving that way. And I believe that our ancestors are smiling down on us right now, that we're on the right path. It feels like it. It feels like we're on the right path.
Hi, my name is KP and I use she, her, they, them pronouns. I'm wearing a floral patterned dress. I have long black hair up in a ponytail and I'm wearing extra long pink beaded earrings. I'm holding a black guitar and I'm standing in the loft of my apartment. Next to me is Camus, who uses he, him pronouns, sitting at a red sparkly drum set and wearing a black shirt with a camo colored baseball cap. The room is light and airy. I'm from the Swinomish Indian tribal community, and Camus is from the Klamath tribes. Our band is called Black Belt Eagle Scout, and we'll be playing Indians Never Die. Thank you for inviting us to be a part of this wonderful event.
Ooh.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the event.
Hello, my name is Thunderstorm Martis, and this is a song called Freedom. Hope you guys enjoy it. Strolling down the avenue, I wonder how I make it through this time. They're asking me what's left to do. Let me think it over, baby blue. 'Cause maybe it was easy, turn the other eye, to hide yourself from danger, so you will survive. Lord, I beg forgiveness for those who left behind. Oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord. I'm singing now freedom. Freedom is a mindset, baby. Don't you let it drive you crazy. Don't you let it change who you are. No. No. Say the change is on the way. But how am I supposed to wait, my dear, when the ones I love still live in pain? Can we talk it over? Let's talk it over. You say it's me who was the guilty, but you did the crime. Tie me up in shackles, drag me through the night. Lord, I beg forgiveness for those who left behind. Oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord. I'm singing now freedom. Freedom is a mindset, baby. Don't you let it drive you crazy. Don't you let it change who you are. I'm singing now freedom. Freedom is a mindset, baby. Don't you let it drive you crazy. Don't you let it change who you are. No. No, no, no. Thank you.
Wow, what an incredible show. Thank you so much for being here. I want to take this opportunity to thank a few folks individually. I want to thank and show my gratitude to Cameron Witten, to Colin Crater, to Amanda Squimpanyazi and Candace Jimenez, to Chris Funk, our amazing producer, to all of the incredible artists who shared an evening full of their talents and gifts in this world, and to Comcast, our presenting sponsor. Thank you so much. We couldn't have done any of this without you. Please, you can still give. There's still time to give to the Chúush Fund and the Black Resilience Fund. So just click on the link that we sent you. And again, thank you so much for being here. This was amazing. It was an amazing evening in honor of our communities and the new Oregon we all want to see built. Good night.